Welcome to today's discussion on the latest business and economic news. I'm Sonia.
And I'm Simon. We'll be covering several key stories that have been making headlines recently.
Let's start with the market news.
Right, so what's happening with these top-valued firms?
According to the reports, 6 of the top 10 most valued companies saw a significant surge in their market capitalization, adding over Rs 74,111 crore. Reliance Industries was the biggest gainer, with an increase of Rs 24,696.89 crore, taking its market valuation to Rs 18,313,117.70 crore.
That's a substantial jump. What about the other companies on the list?
The reports indicate that while Reliance Industries led the gains, other firms like Bharti Airtel and HDFC Bank actually witnessed a decline in their valuation amid volatile market conditions.
So, the market is quite volatile right now. Do we know what's driving this volatility?
The article suggests that the overall market sentiment is being influenced by various factors, including global economic conditions and domestic market trends. However, the exact drivers can vary from day to day.
Okay, got it. Let's move on to another story.
Yes, there's been a lot of discussion about fuel prices lately. According to Raj Kumar Dubey, Director HR at Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, a further hike in retail fuel prices may be unavoidable if current global energy disruptions continue.
What are the specific global pressures he's referring to?
The reports mention that global price hikes of 20% to 50% have been seen, initially considered temporary but now persisting. Geopolitical tensions in West Asia and rising global crude oil prices are also contributing factors.
So it's largely about geopolitical tensions and crude oil prices. How do these pressures affect the Indian market specifically?
The articles explain that the impact is felt through mounting pressure on oil marketing companies due to under-recoveries. Essentially, if global crude prices remain high, Indian oil marketing companies face challenges in maintaining current retail fuel prices without incurring losses.
That makes sense. Let's switch gears to another topic.
The recent trial involving Elon Musk and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman brought up interesting points about the direction of AI development. Apparently, both billionaires agreed that building artificial intelligence would require significant resources and enormous amounts of money.
That's not surprising given the complexity of AI. What were some of the key takeaways from the trial?
The trial highlighted the private debates among industry leaders about the future of AI. It seems there's a recognition that developing AI is resource-intensive, and there's a discussion about what drives this development, whether it's purely profit or other factors.
Were there any clues about what might steer AI development beyond profit?
The reports indicate that while there were discussions, there was no clear verdict on whether anything other than profit could steer AI. The trial showed that there are different perspectives on this issue among industry leaders.
Interesting. Let's touch on another story.
According to recent data, Tajikistan's key economic sectors showed a short-term indicator of development amounting to 35.9 billion somani, or about $3.9 billion, from January through March 2026.
That's quite a specific figure. What sectors are driving this growth?
The reports highlight that the service industries have seen continued expansion. There's also mention of positive momentum in the construction sector and strengthening trade and services in Tajikistan's economy.
So it's a broad-based growth. Do we know what might be fueling this expansion?
The article suggests that rising tax proceeds and overall economic growth are contributing factors. However, the exact drivers can vary across different sectors.
Okay, that's helpful context. Let's wrap up with a quick look at another story.
The Business Today segment provides a roundup of the day's market news, airing on BBC News at various times. While the specific details of the roundup aren't available, it typically covers key market developments and news.
So it's a summary of market news. Have we covered the main points from these stories?
I think we've covered the key aspects. We've discussed the surge in market capitalization of top-valued firms, the potential for retail fuel price hikes, the OpenAI trial, and Tajikistan's economic growth.
Great. That's a comprehensive overview. Before we sign off, is there anything else we should touch on?
Not that I can think of. We've covered the main stories.
All right then. That's all for today's discussion. Thank you for tuning in.
Goodbye, and see you later.